I'm standing on pole position here at Anglesey Circuit. This is the spot that all young racers will aspire to be on. This is GP Racing Dream.
Welcome to Anglesey for round 7 of 9 in 2016, Northwest Wales. The sun is shining, which is always good news when you're here at Anglesey. Zach Corduroy here, looking to close the gap down in the championship to this man, Will Hodgson, who you could argue is having his best ever season, and this is his biggest opportunity to win a 450 championship. Matt Rangeley there, number 93, certainly having a good season so far. Found himself on the podium a few times. Further back there, you can see number 6, Casey Wyatt, number 9, Alex Taylor. Look out for Sam Cox as well, number 54. Green flag up at the back, and away we go. Good start there from Matt Rangeley, number 93. Short stretch up towards turn 1. You can see the super teams here at the back of the grid. Keep an eye on thundersportgb.com and you'll be able to catch the highlights of how the super teams get on as well. But it is Will Hodgson that has the lead from Zach Corduroy here at Anglesey. Will, at the moment, well, certainly when we came into this weekend, he had a 44-point lead. Zach Corduroy up behind him. Number 93 is Rangeley. Number 96 is Connor Wheeler, who has transformed this season. Really good to see. Connor Wheeler, when he first moved into the 450, really struggled. Was getting lapped in races, but he's plugged away. He's continued on. He's under, of course, the watchful eye of JDF, John Davies, and it's working out for him. There he is, number 96, just up ahead of 54, Sam Cox. Further back there, you can see Rhys Irwin. He's out there on that Aprilia 450R, which is the restricted version of the 450. He's up there battling away in the Super Team Championship of the 450s. Always good value. We've had a few riders that have gone AWOL this season due to injury. We always send the best regards to them. You see there Tristan Finocchiaro. He had a good time out last time in this championship. There are 3 rounds left, including this one. From here we move to Donington and then to Cadwell. But Zach Corduroy it is that has the lead now. He's moved up ahead of Will Hodgson. Corduroy, second in the championship at the moment, needs to get some points back on that man who's challenging him immediately. Will Hodgson, number 14. So much aggression from Will and Zach, but quite enough respect there as well. Yesterday, Will Hodgson was the race winner here when we had our 2 races in race 1 ahead of Corduroy and Matt Rangeley. But then in race 2, as we see Will Hodgson just running wide there and allowing Zach Corduroy back up the inside, but so brave around the outside again. Will Hodgson retakes the lead in race 2 yesterday. Matt Rangeley won it from Connor Wheeler and Sam Cox in 3rd. So still all to play for here. Big Monday in Northwest Wales for these 2 at the front. Sam Cox still just about in the championship picture, but I think it's fair to say, as we look at him there, number 54, he is going to need a really strong final 2 rounds at Donington Park and at Cadwell to really put his name in the frame. Either that, or he's going to need Will Hodgson and Corduroy to find a few gravel traps across the scene, which is entirely possible, especially when you see Will Hodgson there going across the grass on the exit of the banking. Now up towards Church Corner, a bit of a tight line there from Hodgson. That might allow Corduroy through as he gets into the slipstream, number 22. Now he'll look for a way round. Outside would be ideal because it would give him the inside line then into Rocket. But Will Hodgson is late on the brakes. Quite a bit of crafty tactics going on here from Will Hodgson. This is definitely one of those seasons where so far Will Hodgson has put everything together nicely. But more often than not, Will Hodgson will have a mistake in him, or will have an injury at some part of the season, and it will all just go completely wrong for him. Well, so far, so good for him, and he is looking ultra competitive here in this race, with Matt Rangeley closing in on them in 3rd, Connor Wheeler 4th, and Sam Cox in 5th. Both Wheeler and Cox in 4th and 5th at the moment are losing touch with the leading group. Across the line we go. Still, it is Will Hodgson that has this lead then, number 14, the championship leader from Zach Corduroy. Corduroy, of course, got himself injured early on in the season, but you have to be in it to win it. You course, 9 rounds in this championship, and Corduroy will have ample opportunity to close that gap up as he goes up the inside. Look at the bravery there from Will Hodgson, who just closes the door. He knew how much speed he had around Church Corner. This is the best you'll have seen of Will Hodgson since the very first season he started developing the 450 Aprilia along with Ian Newton. We see Cox there looking aggressive as well. Corduroy back up the inside and into the lead. Of course, these two are getting their swords out, is allowing now Matt Rangeley into the picture. Number 93, he closes up. Number 93, there he is, the rider from Hull on that Aprilia 450. And he now puts himself in the frame for another win. He won here yesterday. The TV cameras weren't rolling then, so time to impress the family and friends here. Tight line there from Corduroy, but he's just about in front of Will Hodgson and Rangeley. Rangeley now has made this a 6-wheel affair at the front at Anglesey. Now, we don't have a million laps left in this race. If these three were to really engage on each other, there is a chance for Sam Cox and Connor Wheeler to close that gap down in 4th and 5th, but they really would have to hope that these guys mess each other about a bit. Towards Church Corner we go once more. Zach Corduroy it is with the advantage from Will Hodgson and Matt Rangeley. Lap times wise, they're all into the low 113s. Not quite on lap record pace, but this is still a race that you wouldn't want to be a pillion. As Will Hodgson up the inside again now of Zach Corduroy. He runs wide and lands Corduroy through again. Matt Rangeley will be loving this in 3rd place. He has front row seats. Will Hodgson there just pushing his rear end a bit too far, trying to keep up with Corduroy. Further back, this is the battle for 6th place. Alex Taylor against Alex Wood. Just up ahead of these guys is a lonely Casey Wyatt. These two now touching each other. I said there was respect. There might not be any more. Poor backmarker got right sandwiched right in the middle of that lot, but both Corduroy and Will Hodgson coming together now. This is getting aggressive. This isn't just about pride, it's not just about a race win here in North West Wales. This is about a championship. As Corduroy there tips it into the banking with Will Hodgson all over the back of him. Matt Rangeley doesn't really look like he wants to get involved at this moment in time. And these guys have upped the pace, in fact, and I'm not sure even if Matt Rangeley has got the race in him to be able to close the gap down. This is really between these two lions as Zach Corduroy, number 22, and Will Hodgson go at it again. He pulls out of the slipstream. He goes the long way round. Will and Zach Corduroy says, no, you don't. Closes the door on him. Hodgson's going to have to now go around the outside. Corduroy for now then, just about staying in charge of this race ahead of Will Hodgson, but there's really nothing in it. There's some more traffic up ahead. Good line taken there from Will Hodgson. Now up towards Peel Corner, up the inside from Will Hodgson. Beautifully done. There was a door left open there from Corduroy, and Will Hodgson happily climbs through it. Still a battle raging here between number 9, Alex Taylor, who's gone through now on Alex Wood for 6th place, but Will Hodgson now then, the championship leader, coming around the final turn and onto the start-finish straight, has it from Zach Corduroy. Across the line they go once more, into turn 1. Rangeley now in, oh, Rangeley's gone down. Rangeley was in 3rd place, and maybe he was just trying to keep up with those guys out front, and that is the end of his race. That could cost him dearly in the championship in the battle for 3rd overall. This is number 14 then, Will Hodgson and Zach Corduroy, putting a lap on Jordan Allingham a bit further back. But it is Corduroy now in prime position, just in 2nd there, trying to find a way past Will Hodgson, but they've got more traffic to deal with here. So Corduroy will have to just stay in 2nd for now. Can Corduroy pull off the move on Will that Will pulled on him a lap ago into Peel Corner, do you think? Around Rocket out, get on the power nice and early. These two matching each other for lap times at every opportunity. Now, no joy there for Corduroy as he now gets onto the power, but he's got the outside line going into the corkscrew. That surely won't work. Still, number 9, Alex Taylor ahead of Alex Wood in the scrap for 6th. Casey Wyatt just up ahead of them in 5th. Then it's Wheeler and Cox. They're battling for 3rd. The last lap flag is out, though. This is important for the championship. Will Hodgson, the series leader, with Zach Corduroy all over his tailpipe. Now, these two had it coming together yesterday, and they don't want to do the same again here today. Whilst they are, at the moment, the two leaders of the championship, Sam Cox would pick up the spoils if they were to throw it down the road, and would immediately put his name back in the game for the championship. Tight line there from Will Hodgson. Not the best way to round Church. That will give all the momentum to Corduroy now as he gets in the slipstream once more, but Corduroy's going to have to try and find a way round up the inside. Oh, brilliantly done. They get through traffic, and Corduroy will now take charge again. Up the inside, no! Will Hodgson closes the door, won't allow him through. Rocket out. Another opportunity gone for Zach Corduroy. This has been a brilliant defensive lap here from Will Hodgson. Defensive through Peel as well. It's so hard to be the guinea pig at the front of these races, knowing that you've got a rider hounding you all the way through. Corduroy tried to find an angle into the corkscrew. It doesn't work there either, and that's it. That's curtains unless Will Hodgson makes a mistake. Corduroy has a good go at it. Blimey, the checkered flag goes out. Well, fair play for effort there from Zach Corduroy. He had to have a go, I suppose, but there just wasn't enough room through there. Will Hodgson and Zach Corduroy are battling away for this championship. Thumbs up there from Will Hodgson. These guys, well, there's enough respect there for now, but will there be at the end of the season, I wonder? Hodgson gets it from Corduroy. Cox finishes in third, Connor Wheeler fourth, Casey Wyatt fifth, Alex Taylor sixth. Good news is we've got another one of those coming up in a moment. Will Hodgson winner in race one.
Sam, just back from injury, I must confess I was surprised to actually see you here at this one, but you had a collarbone break and had it plated. Podium yesterday and another one today. Wow.
Yeah, I'm ever so proud of this, what I've done this weekend. I wouldn't have ever believed I'd be standing here after this work when I was sitting in the hospital bed a few weeks ago, you know, so a big thank you to all the people who've got my motivation up to come along to this weekend. A lot of the lads have been texting me and sending me a lot of well wishes, and it's all really helped me to get here. And all thank you to my family and my girlfriend and all my friends. I've got a lot of friends here this weekend, and all my sponsors. I'm really proud. And yeah, yesterday I had a big crash on the test day, which is all I needed, but we overcome that. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Will, because he gave me some help over the weekend to get back to here, and all the other lads. So it's good to see Will and Zach racing and doing well in the championship and fighting it out. So good luck to them, and I'll keep trying, and good luck. Thank you.
Well, Zach, as usual, normal service has resumed. You're battling with Will. And I know you two, both of you had a crash yesterday, which you could have done without. But second today, I know you'd have preferred to win, but perhaps race two?
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it was a brilliant battle with Will then. It came down to the last lap, even last corner. So, yeah, it was a brilliant race. Hope for the same in the next race.
But you just prefer to be at the top step, yeah?
Yeah, we'll see. I enjoyed that a lot. So, yeah, that's what it's about.
Excellent. And sponsors?
Massive thanks for Mum and Dad, Thai Contracts, California Superbike Race School, V2 Mail, just family and everything, Aprilia, Thundersport and Dunlop.
Will, oh dear me, you must be thinking I've got one hand on the trophy now. How many points ahead is that? 52, 3?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I can't think like that. As soon as I start thinking like that, my racing goes to pot. So I just try and take each race as it comes. I mean, I ain't a thinker, so I just try and race.
Well, I'm standing in for a journalist, so I have to ask all the stupid questions. Have you got some people to thank?
Yeah, as always, Ron Hodgson Specialist Cars, Joe, Ian, Myra Gibbo in competition, Pipeworks, Jeff and Little Taylor, hope he's getting well, Nitro Helmets, Colroyd, there's all my sponsors on my chest, Thundersport, Dunlop, Aprilia, the Grace for loaning me the bike and being on my pit board and all on my side, the Webbs coming down supporting me, all my fellow competitors and you guys. Thanks for a great meeting and hope to have some more good fun races.
Excellent. And just on a final note, are you and Zach holding hands again now or talking?
Yeah, I think yesterday we had a bit of coming together, and I think it was 50% my fault, 50% his. And I don't want to fall out with anyone. I've just had a word with him. I think we're all friends now. And I said, whatever way the championship works out, I win, you win, whatever, or Sam wins, anyone wins, let's all just stay friends. And it's just a bit of a racing incident, and I think both didn't want to give each other the room. So, but again, sorry about that, Zach, and I hope we'll stay friends, mate.
Race 2 coming up. Ding ding, round 2. Welcome back, and now it's time for race 2, the Aprilia 450 Challenge here at Anglesey. Brilliant race it was earlier on between Will Hodgson and this man here, Zach Corduroy. Corduroy tried to bully his way through, but Will Hodgson just wasn't having any of it. As a result, Will Hodgson carries a 54-point lead into this race. There's Matt Rangeley, went down in race 1, looking to rescue some points here in race 2. Sam Cox was on the podium in the end, number 54 there. Also for number 6, Casey Wyatt. This is 96, Connor Wheeler. Finocchiaro as well, but it's really this battle between Will Hodgson, number 14, and number 22, Zach Corduroy, that we're interested in. They fight it out for the championship. 54 points then, with 9 races to go, including this one until the end of the season. Means that Will Hodgson, no matter what happens in this race, will leave North West Wales as the series leader. He's got a good lead at the start of this race as well, because Zach Corduroy has company. But Will Hodgson it is that leads. Matt Rangeley there just in second place, although Zach Corduroy goes through. Corduroy tells the chasing pack, stick with me. The rear seat unit tap, I don't actually know if that really works anymore. But Will Hodgson it is that has the advantage. Can he win another one here and extend that lead up to 59 with 8 races to go? After this, we go to Donington Park, 4 races there, and then Caswell Park, 4 races there. The finale for Thundersport GP. As much as we've had close racing in the 450s over the last few seasons, we have had, notoriously, runaway championship winners over the last few years. So it would be quite nice, from the neutral perspective, to see this one go all the way to the final round. Although Will Hodgson would probably argue otherwise. Across the line we go then to complete that first lap. Will Hodgson it is that has the advantage from Zach Corduroy. There is number 9. See again, Alex Taylor and Alex Wood. They're fighting it out for 6th place in race 1. At the moment they're fighting it out for 8th. Hodgson has the advantage from Corduroy. Got Sid here in the commentary box with me. Sid, both of these riders deserve credit in many ways. Both deserve the championship. Corduroy has been up at the sharp end of this for a number of years, as has Will Hodgson. I don't think there'd be anyone really disappointed if Will Hodgson ended up picking up the championship, bearing in mind he's obviously been with Thundersport since day 1 and was really helping out Ian Newton in the development of the bike when it first came on the scene.
Oh, absolutely. He's been in it right from the start. And I think it would be fair to say that everybody would love to see him take a championship. At the same time, you know, Zach deserves it as well. They've both had some really tough luck here and there. And for me, it's going to be sad whichever one doesn't get it, if that makes any sense. But they, you know, mostly have a battle royale, and so it's great, whatever. I'm sure it'll be great.
We go up towards the banking, and Will Hodgson it is that has this advantage from Zach Corduroy. At the moment, they are the cream of the crop. Nobody really able to get on terms with them. Towards Rocket they go once more. Corduroy in the slipstream of Hodgson. He gets the job done early this time. They're elbow to elbow up the hill. Hodgson here on the inside though will not allow Zach Corduroy through. Similar story to what we saw in race 1. It's it right then. Oh, look at that from Corduroy. He says, okay, you defend on the inside, I'll go around the outside. Corduroy retakes the lead. This is the great thing about these machines, of course, absolutely identical. Neither rider with a power advantage, just about racecraft. So here comes Will Hodgson then, closing up on Zach Corduroy. Now coming up to the final corner. That just gives you a clear idea as to how difficult it is around that final corner here at Anglesey. Into turn 1, Corduroy it is that now has the lead from Will Hodgson. They're lapping even quicker this time around, 3/4 tenths quicker a lap than they were in race 1, which means that the chasing pack have got absolutely no chance at all. Matt Rangeley at the moment is in 3rd from Sam Cox. Sam Cox 3rd in the championship. We mentioned riders that we'd love to see picking up this championship. These two were to mess it all up. I don't think there'd be a dry eye in the house if Sam Cox went on to lift the championship. He's had his chances as well. And here is Will Hodgson in 2nd place then, chasing down Corduroy. Corduroy has had a championship win in Aprilia Challenge. He, of course, was the Super Team champion a few years back. It took him a while to properly get to grips with the 450s, but now he has. Will Hodgson, not really. Well, he was the Moto 450 champion, wasn't he? The inaugural Moto 450 champion, but I have a feeling that this will mean something more to him, because this is a proper fight out. The 450 championship at the time weren't really an awful lot of riders in it. He was, his name's in the record books as winning it, but at the same time, I think that it's a brilliant 450 championship. Would mean just so much to Will.
This is a tough one to win, as you say. It's been amazing how it's looked in the record books to have runaway leaders, and yet every race is so close. I think it'd be particularly nice because he's still on the wife's bike, still on Grace's bike.
They're not married yet. So.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. But it's just really so close. I love the fact that they're racing so closely, despite having a lovely spat last night after the coming together yesterday. I think it was handbags at dawn. Once you got the handbags out of the way, it was all okay again. But they've always been great friends off circuit, although they are, gladiators on circuit.
They certainly are. Good move there from Will Hodgson on the way up towards Rocket Corner. Takes advantage once more. In this battle for 8th place, Alex Taylor has lost out to Alex Wood for the time being. But this one continues to rage on at the front. We've just got some tail enders for them to deal with again. There's the battle for 3rd. Matt Rangeley being kept very honest indeed by number 54, Sam Cox. Strange to see Sam with those white leathers on, of course. I'm so often used to seeing him out there in those blue and orange ones. But at the moment, there he is in 4th place, trying to get 3rd. They've dealt with the traffic. Will Hodgson it is that leads from Zach Corduroy up towards Church Corner. Contrasting lines again. That will once more give the advantage in terms of momentum to Zach Corduroy. We're on board with Will Hodgson, but keep an eye on the right of your screen, because coming through surely will be Zach Corduroy. Oh. There you go, right on cue. And this time, he got the job done early. And then they zoom up the inside of a poor back marker, who really wouldn't have wanted to see that. Will Hodgson almost throws it at the scenery there. Oh, blimey. If I was that tail ender at the moment, I think I'll be parking that bike up at Peel and just taking the views. There is Matt Rangeley just up ahead then of Sam Cox still. There's Casey Wyatt. Casey Wyatt's just telling Connor Wheeler, stop going past me and just stay with me. It's just like, they've seen it on, of course they've watched GP racing. They've seen riders do it at GP racing. Hey, I've got some news for you kids. They don't do it in GP racing either. They never listen to you. This is not follow the leader. This is let's try and beat each other. As we see here, Zach Corduroy with that advantage. Now, Will Hodgson maybe just got a bit unsettled after that moment with the back marker. Went a bit wide into turn 1.
I'd imagine he's thinking more about changing his underpants. That was pretty close.
I wonder if he'll think about the championship here, Will Hodgson. He's been in good positions before in previous years, but of course bad luck has followed him. He's been injured before. He might just give this a go for a short while and then just decide, you know what? Discretion is the better part of valour. I'm going to take 20 points here because I'd still have a 49-point lead going into Donington Park, which is comfortable. say the least.
No, it's a good cushion. It's not all over, but it's a good cushion. One of the great things about watching this...
Will, we mentioned it just then.
Commentator's Kirsty.
Well,
But the great thing about this is you can go back and re-watch things, over and over again. And what I would urge everybody to do is take a look at Will's starts. The way he launches this 450 off the line is absolutely brilliant. He literally leaps away from the pack. Don't know how he does it, but it's unbelievable.
well, I think it's fair to say he's had enough practice. Will Hodgson, he's been in just about every season. In fact, he's been in every single 450 Aprilia season that we've had so far. At the moment, though, I think this is going to be it for him in terms of his challenge to Zach Corduroy in this race, and this will be a big relief for Zach to end the weekend on a race win, just to give him that confidence to leap into Donington Park with. Will Hodgson doesn't look like he's exactly settled to second place here. In fact, he really has closed that gap down here in the closing stages of this one, but Zach would have to make a monumental mistake here to lose it now. Zach has a quick look around his shoulder just to see where Will is. He knows that if his lines are perfect from here until the end of the lap, he's got it in the bag.
He makes himself quite wide, does Zach, as well, doesn't he?
He certainly does. This further back is Cameron Tenzing Jenkins on that JDF machine. He's on for a top 10 finish, but the checkered flag is out. Zach Corduroy will win race 2 here in the 450s with Will Hodgson second. That means there'll be a 49-point gap between the pair of them with 8 races to go. It is still on, this one, but Corduroy will be the one that has got to work the hardest when we get to Donington Park next month. Corduroy the winner here in race 2 at Anglesey ahead of Will Hodgson. Matt Rangeley was in the end able to get himself back on the podium here. He finished 3rd ahead of Sam Cox. Casey Wyatt was 5th. Connor Wheeler 6th. There's your top 3. Then Corduroy looking stony-faced this time on the top step. And the championship standings, as we just mentioned, 49 points between the leader Hodgson and Corduroy in 2nd. Sam Cox there in 3rd. Mathematically still possible, but a mountain to climb.
Matty, you've had a great weekend. I mean, you took a win yesterday and still had a great day today, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I had a 1st and a 3rd yesterday. Unfortunately, I came off in race 1 today, lost the front coming down the corkscrew. But yeah, now finally to be up here in race 2, it's amazing. Really enjoying it.
Excellent. And some people to thank?
Yeah, I've got to say a big thank you to Humberside Excavations. Big thank you to Mum and Dad, all my aunties and everyone. 5 Ways, Andy Intergear, Hull Drifters Scooters, Phil Caddy for the helmet, Dunlop Aprilia and Ian Newson.
Well, young Will, you've had a fantastic weekend, really, and I know you've had to sort of settle for seconds today, the second race, won the first one, and got awarded Rider of the Day, indeed, by the marshals, so well done.
Yeah, the Rider of the Day thing was a big shock, so I'm proper chuffed with that. And to be fair, in that race, that really earned it, and he just wants it so bad, so fair play to him, well done. I was trying to keep on to him, and then we hit a couple of back markers, but he had the gap then, and I thought I ended up crashing trying to catch him, so I settled for the second. But like I said, Zach deserved it, and he rode really well, so well done, Zach.
Tell me, have you been practicing race starts? Because you get these rocket starts. I was watching you in that race, and from the middle of the front row, and you just were awesome away from the line.
I don't know what it is with the starts. I just because a lot of people hold the revs at a certain range and then just let the clutch out. I can't do that, so I have to blip the throttle. So I don't think there's much technique. It's just feel, I think. So I think because I've been on the 450 so long, I'm dialed into it. I jump on somewhere else, I'll probably go backwards off the grid. So yeah.
And have you got to shout out to anyone?
Yeah, Ron Hodgson Specialist Cars, Joe. In competition, Myra, Gibbo, Jimmy, Dave Lewis, Pipeworks, Taylor and Jeff. Hull Beach Motorcycle Tyres, Colroyd, Nitro Helmets, all the marshals, medics, officials, Thundersport, Aprilia, Dunlop, and all my competitors. Thank you very much.
Well done. A bit nearer to home for the next one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Zach, you've had a really up and down weekend, but it's been great. I mean, the racing between you and Will has been utterly awesome this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some brilliant racing. Definitely the best by far this year. It's just getting better and better. Both battling for that championship. So, hopefully it'll come down to the next couple of rounds and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'd say it's just a good job that both your bikes are black, because you must be swapping paintwork all the while.
I definitely like that last race, going to last corner, last lap. I made a move and my front wheel was on his shoulder at one point, so yeah, it was a great race.
Unbelievable. And sponsors?
Yeah, massive thanks to my mum and dad. I got California Superbike Race School for helping out, Tony Lloyd Trust for helping out as well, and Dave Tyre Contracts and Aprilia Thundersport and Dunlop. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to see you go away from Anglesey with a big grin on your face, and you can sing all the way home, eh?
Yeah, and in one piece this time.
In one piece, even better. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
That's it from the 450s then. We jet off away from Anglesey, and we will see you at Donington Park next month for the penultimate round of 2016.